I want to share with you this editorial that fell from the sewer. It's on Rolling Stone. It's Tom Morello. Apparently, he thinks himself a flag waver of culture. And normally everyone, I hear those out there who were saying, well, who cares about Tom Morello? Well, some people do because he's, worth millions of dollars. So some people had to buy that cat howling that he calls guitar playing and music that they put on CD. He's all about social justice. He also hates Paul Ryan. He came out with this, he says, quote, Paul Ryan is the embodiment of the machine our music rages against. Oh, for crying out loud. He blasts Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan listens to real metal, like Metallica. Apparently he had Metallica blasting on his iPod. He doesn't listen to this poser punk crap like Rage Against the Machine. Please, boys. So, apparently, he had cited that he had listened to a Rage song or something to this effect. And Tom Morello was angry. He says, Paul Ryan's love of Rage Against the Machine is amusing because he is the embodiment of the machine that our music has been raging against for 2 decades. Charles Manson loved the Beatles, but didn't understand them. Governor Chris Christie loves Bruce Springsteen, but doesn't understand him. And Paul Ryan is clueless about his favorite band, Rage Against the Machine. Oh my gosh, well, it was not his favorite band. It's a band that he listened to. Please get over yourself. And did he just compare him to Charles Manson? And did Rage Against the Machine just compare themselves to the Beatles and Bruce Springsteen? Bruce Springsteen, I don't like because he makes constipated face whenever he plays guitar on any kind of live show. And I watch him and I can't get past the face. He, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, did very difficult stuff. So, of course, he would screw his face up in severe concentration. But with Bruce Springsteen, it's like he's thinking hard and may have to use the restroom. I think Tom Morello thinks a little bit more of himself. I love this. He wrote this. He goes, you see, the super rich must rationalize having more than they could ever spend while millions of children go to the U.S. and in U.S. go to bed hungry every night. Tom Morello wrote that. Tom Morello, whose net worth is what? Multi-millions? Someone tweeted me something along those lines. He lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles. You are the super rich elite, you douchebag. You are the super rich elite. Oh, you know what? Some people need to be called. I am not politically correct, and I am not Hello Kitty. Some people need to be told. Super rich must rationalize, blah, blah, blah. Tom Morello loves social justice, and he fights for it by selling overpriced albums through corporate entities. Tom Morello loves social justice so much that he uses all of the money that he makes from selling his overpriced corporate CDs to buy multi-million-dollar mansions in Los Angeles. Now, look, I'm not going to begrudge anyone for being successful and anyone being a capitalist, but don't be a capitalist and then pretend you're not one because you think that that's going to attract the kids and make you look somehow relevant as you approach senior citizen age in this era of music. Because that's exactly what's happening to Tom Morello. When's the last time Rage Against the Machine ever had an album? When's the last time Rage Against the Machine ever did anything of any kind of importance ever that made anyone say, wow? Never. That was rhetorical. I was using it as a device. That's never happened, ever. You know, the last time we've heard from Rage Against the Machine was when Tom Morello and Zach De La Roche were bashing Arizona's immigration law. But instead of going down to Arizona, because you realize all of the different facilities that are around the border in Arizona, which people can go to once they cross the border, and it will help facilitate easier legal immigration. And they actually work with illegal immigrants to help make the process easier, more understandable, and they help secure them funds. Instead of going down there and pitching in to help out at any number of those facilities which dot every other block in every city that's near the border, what did Rage Against the Machine decide to do? They decided to sell overpriced tickets to a concert that they were going to be putting on. And who got the profits from that concert? The douchebags of Rage Against the Machine. Those very people who claim to wave the flag for culture and youth, these old middle-aged men whose music rots the soul of artistry. Give me a break. Learn to play the guitar and quit with your over-reliance on special effects pedals, you geezer. I'm done with these people. These people rot the soul of artistry. These people, they claim to represent the youth. What the hell have you ever done to help the youth, Tom Morello? What have you ever done for social justice? I see him go out for photo ops on the street when he was in Zuccotti Park for Occupy. I saw him go down and try to get attention for himself by the border. When was the last time Tom Morello ever went to Washington, D.C. to testify before Congress about making immigration easier and reducing the red tape that penalizes immigrants who want to come to the United States legally and want to add to our tax system legally and want to bring their families over here legally? When's the last time Tom Morello ever stopped counting his millions Scrooge McDuck-like in his multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles and broke down and went down to the border where the real people are to help people enter this country legally? Never. Spare me.